Good morning, India. Rise and shine, people. This is yours truly, Abhishek Pradhan, and I have brought you the news analysis for the entire week. So, buckle up, people. News updates for 12th December 2021. TN chopper crash. Karnataka Home Minister visits lone survivor IAF Group Captain Varun Singh at Bengaluru Hospital. Karnataka Home Minister Araga Janendra visited and inquired about the health of sole survivor of Tamil Nadu chopper crash IAF Group Captain Varun Singh at Command Hospital in Bengaluru on Sunday. The captain, who sustained severe injuries, was airlifted from Wellington to Bengaluru for providing the best medical support. Earlier, IAF Group Captain Varun Singh's father, talking to PTI, said Varun Singh is a fighter and he will come out victorious in the battle. His father, Colonel KP Singh, retired, expressing confidence over his son's health, said that his health condition is fluctuating. He said that Singh's condition is continuously being monitored and that there are rises and falls in the health, but he is in good hands. As per the hospital, the health condition of the captain is critical but stable. Varun Singh is the only survivor of the IAF chopper crash in which 13 other passengers, including CDS Bipin Rawat and his wife Madhulika Rawat, died on Wednesday. After the miraculous escape, Varun Singh was admitted to the Wellington Hospital in Nilgiris but was later shifted to Air Force Command Hospital in Bengaluru. On Friday, Karnataka Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai visited Varun Singh at the hospital and prayed for his speedy recovery. To save bank, we have to protect depositors, PM Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was speaking at the Depositors First granted time-bound deposit insurance payment up to Rs 5 lakh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday said that the move to increase deposit insurance cover to Rs 5 lakhs from 1 lakh will finally ensure Rs 76 lakh crore of saving. Such a comprehensive insurance cover is not there even in developed nations, Mr. Modi said, adding that this will cover almost 98% of all banking accounts. Speaking at the Depositors First guaranteed time-bound deposit insurance payment up to Rs 5 lakhs, Mr. Modi recalled his time as a Chief Minister. I remember clearly when I was CM and a bank faced problems, people used to catch our necks only. Their pain was natural, and at that time I had repeatedly requested the government of India to raise the 1 lakh deposit insurance amount to Rs 5 lakhs so that maximum households are satisfied. News updates for 13th December 2021. Historical moment. BJP President JP Nadda ahead of Kashi Vishwanath corridor inauguration. Honorable Prime Minister had this vision to renovate the Kashi Vishwanath temple and facilitate the devotees of Baba Vishwanath for carrying holy water from the river Ganga to the temple, he said. BJP National President JP Nadda was present in Varanasi to take part in the inauguration of Kashi Vishwanath corridor. While talking to the news channels, Nadda said that it was a historic day for the Kashi Vishwanath, Indian culture, and the entire country. He added that it was a historic day as the old idols that had disappeared had been reinstalled. Nadda said that happiness, enthusiasm, and excitement was evident in the atmosphere of the city. He also informed that the Prime Minister will address the saints and priests that have come for the inauguration of Kashi Vishwanath Dham. The Prime Minister is on a 2-day visit to his parliamentary constituency, Varanasi, where he'll be inaugurating the Kashi Vishwanath corridor. The corridor will facilitate an easy path for the devotees to commute from the river Ganga, carrying the holy water to the Kashi Vishwanath temple. The foundation stone for the project was laid by the Prime Minister on March 18, 2019. Before inaugurating the Kashi Vishwanath Dham, the Prime Minister visited the Kal Bhairav Mandir for darshan and then worship at Kashi Vishwanath temple. The Chief Ministers of 12 states and Deputy Minister of 9 states will also be present during the inauguration. Miss Universe 2021, India's Harna Sandhu wins prestigious pageant, brings home crown after 21 years. Actor, model Harna Sandhu made history on Monday as she was crowned Miss Universe 2021. The 21-year-old Punjab bagged the title after beating contestants from 80 countries. The last time India brought home the title was in 2000 when actor Lara Dutta was crowned as the Miss Universe. The Miss Universe title has been worn by Indians only twice, with actors Sushmita Sen and Lara Dutta claiming the crown in 1994 and 2000 respectively. The 17th edition of the event was held in Eilat, Israel. During the final question and answer round, Sandhu was asked what advice would she give to young women on how to deal with the pressure they face today. Her reply: the biggest pressure that youth of today is facing is to believe in themselves, to know that you are unique and that's what makes you beautiful. Stop comparing yourself with others and let's talk about more important things that are happening worldwide. This is what you need to understand. Come out, speak for yourselves because you are the leader of your life. You are the voice of your own. I believe in myself, and that's why I'm standing here today. Moving on with the 14th December news, Karnataka foreheld for providing fake RT-PCR report to first Omicron patient in Bengaluru. The Indian authorities zeroed down 2 senior executives of a South African pharma company and 2 other junior employees of a lab and arrested all of them for issuing a fake negative COVID-19 certificate to help the first South African Omicron patient to leave India last month. The Omicron patient, who was a South African national, tested positive for COVID-19 and he was kept under quarantine in a star hotel in Vasantnagar. However, within the next 4 days of reaching India on November 20, he produced a negative COVID-19 certificate on November 27th and left for South Africa. Following this, the authorities conducted a probe and found out that the report produced by the COVID-19 patient was fake. The authorities then intensified the probe and zeroed down for 4 people on Sunday for giving the patient a fake certificate. Supreme Court gives nod to Chatham road widening cities strategic importance. Supreme Court's decision on Tuesday paved way for double-lane widening of roads for the Chatham project in Uttarakhand in view of security concerns. The apex court agreed with government's position that wider roads in the area were of strategic importance. The crucial 900-kilometer long Chardham project worth rupees 12,000 crores aims to connect four holy towns including Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath in all weather conditions. The bench, headed by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, has also set up the Oversight Committee headed by former Justice A.K. Shikri to report to it directly on the project, according to the news agency PTI. Border security concerns need to be met and movement of troops and equipments is needed, given serious challenges to national security in the recent past, the court said in its hearing, according to the publication The New Indian Express. The centre argued that it was to facilitate rapid development of armed forces along the India-China border, which was a witness of many safe-offs at several points in recent times. The central government argued that it will facilitate rapid development of armed forces along the India-China border, which was witness of face-offs at several points in recent times. News for 15th December 2021. Fuel for India 2021. WhatsApp's pilot brings digital payments to 500 villages. In a bid to accelerate financial inclusion in India, Meta, owned WhatsApp, on Wednesday launched a pilot of adopting 500 villages across Karnataka and Maharashtra, thus aiming to enable villages with access to digital payments through payments on WhatsApp. At the Fuel for India 2021, Meta's annual event in India. The pilot, called Digital Payments Utsav, started on October 15, 2021 in Kathanahalli village in Mandya district of Karnataka, where on-ground facilitators familiarized villagers with various aspects of digital payments, including signing up for UPI, setting up a UPI account, and safety best practices of using digital payments. Intending to demonstrate digital access, WhatsApp recently had placed the rupee symbol in its chat composer, thus making it recognizable and easy for people across segments to use its digital payment feature. WhatsApp has also added the ability in its main camera to scan QR codes and add a layer of convenience for users of payment. NASA's spacecraft touches the Sun for the first time in monumental moment for solar science. A NASA spacecraft has touched the Sun for the first time in history. The spacecraft, called the Parker Solar Probe, entered the Sun's upper atmosphere, or the corona, and sampled particles and magnetic fields there. This provides to be a major milestone for solar science. The feat is as phenomenal as the moon landing, because touching the solar surface will help scientists obtain important information about Earth's closest star and its influence on the solar system. Quoting Thomas Zurbuchen, the associate administrator for the Science Mission Directorate at NASA headquarters in Washington, a NASA statement stated, touching the sun is a monumental moment for solar science and a truly remarkable feat. He said the milestone provides deeper insights into the sun's evolution, and everything learned about our stars will help scientists know more about stars in the rest of the universe. Parker had made significant discoveries such as information about the flow of particles from the sun that can influence people on Earth. The fact that magnetic zigzag structures in the solar wind called switchbacks are quite close to the sun was discovered by Parker in 2019. Now that Parker has halved the distance to the sun since then and has touched the solar corona, the probe can identify the origins of these structures, NASA said on its website. Now, our news for 16th December 2021. Agriculture out of chemistry labs. PM Modi promotes natural farming. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the farmers across the country during the validatory session of the National Summit on Agro and Food Processing in Anand, Gujarat via video conferencing. The summit was organized to urge farmers to focus on natural farming as the experts shared all request information detailing its benefits. The event was attended by farmers across the country, including the farmers who connected live through Central Institutes of Indian Council of Agriculture Research ICAR. Highlights of PM Modi's speech. Starting his address, PM Modi said about 8 crore farmers have joined us today. The conclave's impact will not just be in Gujarat but countrywide, benefiting all farmers. Food processing, natural farming will help in transforming farm sector. Talking about natural farming, the Prime Minister said, we have to take agriculture out of chemistry labs and link it with nature's laboratory. When I talk about a natural laboratory, it's completely science-based. From seeds to soil, all solutions can be brought in naturally. PM Modi further said that the country has witnessed closely how the agriculture sector transformed in the past years, have decades of getting independence, and now our journey till the 100th year of independence is to adapt the agriculture reforms according to new requirements, new challenges. Listing the initiatives taken for the farmer by the BJP government in the past years, PM Modi said, in the last 6 to 7 years, from seed to market, several steps has been taken one after the other to increase the income of farmers, from soil testing to hundreds of new seeds, from PM Kisan Samman Nidhi to 1.5 times of MSP of the cost, from a strong network of irrigation to Kisan Rail. The government is doing its best to provide benefits to the farmers. PM further said that it is true that chemicals and fertilizers have played an important role in green revolution, but it is equally true that we have to keep working on the alternative at the same time. PM Modi said that the world is now connecting back to its roots. He said, the more modern the world is becoming, the more it is moving towards back to basic. What is the meaning of this back to basic? It means connecting with your roots. Who understands this better than farmers? The more we water the roots, the more the plant grows. PM said that an illusion has been created that without chemicals the crops will not be good, whereas the truth is quite the opposite. Earlier, there were no chemicals, but the harvest was good, and history is a proof of it. The Prime Minister further said natural farming will benefit the country, 80% small scale farmers, the most. These farmers have less than 2 hectares of land and spend a lot on chemical fertilizers, but using natural fertilizers will benefit them. Now, presenting you the 17th December 2021 news. Chatbots to drive COVID vaccination to payments on WhatsApp. Here's what the app offered in India in 2021. As the year draws to an end, Meta, formerly Facebook, owned WhatsApp on Thursday, announced its year-end review on 2021 that captured the key highlights that include the rollout of chatbots built in partnership with the Indian government for citizens to access COVID-related information, the introduction of WhatsApp business app that enabled small and micro businesses and payments on the WhatsApp feature that intends to small financial solutions for everybody in the country. The world's most popular messaging platform also rolled out a host of features and updates throughout the year and was used by millions to stay connected when physical distancing was the norm during the pandemic. During the pandemic, the world over WhatsApp became one of the most used and dependable ways for people to connect with families and friends, as well as for users to interact with businesses. We are humbled and pleased that during challenging times of the pandemic, we could serve India by building custom helpline solutions in partnership with the central and several state governments and civic actors to offer COVID relief related solutions that citizens could depend upon. Government slashes GST rate on ethanol from 18% to 5%. The central government on Thursday lowered the goods and service tax rate on ethanol meant for blending under the Ethanol Blended Petrol EBP program to 5% from 18%. Oil marketing companies OMCs under the center's EBP program sell petrol blended with ethanol up to 10%. This program has been extended to whole of India except Union Territories of Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands with effect from April 1, 2019 to promote the use of alternative and environmental friendly fuels. This intervention also seeks to reduce import dependence for energy requirements and give boost to agricultural sector. Moving on with our news of 18th December 2021. India successfully tests nuclear capable ballistic missile Agni Prime off Odisha coast. India on Saturday successfully test fired the nuclear capable strategic Agni Prime missile off the coast of Odisha from Balesur. The test was carried out by DRDO at 11:06 am. Agni Prime is a new generation advanced variant of Agni class of missiles. It is a two-stage canisterized missile with range capability between 1000 and 2000 km. This was the second test of the Agni Prime missile. The test was conducted at 11 am off the APJ Abdul Kalam Island in Balesur. Talking about the launch, DRDO said telemetry, radar, electro-optical stations and drone range ships positioned along the eastern coast tracked the missile's trajectory and parameters. Missile followed textbook trajectory, meeting all mission objectives with a high level of accuracy. Proposed Karnataka Anti-Conversion Bill, up to 10 years imprisonment and max rupees 1 lakh fine. The proposed anti-conversion bill, which the BJP government in Karnataka intends to introduce in the ongoing legislature section, here has a provision for imprisonment of those who indulge in mass conversion from 3 to 10 years and a fine of rupees 1 lakh. The draft also says that the religious converter shall give 1 month prior notice in Form 2 of such conversion to the district magistrate or any other officer not below the rank of additional district magistrate. Also, the marriages done for the sole purpose of unlawful conversion or vice versa will be declared void as per the draft copy of the Karnataka Protection of Rights to the Freedom of Religious Bill 2021. The law, once it comes into effect, will encompass those who misrepresent, force, undue influence, or by any fraudulent means or by marriage conspire such conversion. However, this act will not attract the penal provisions of the act for various reconverting to this immediate previous religion, provided that if any person reconverts to his immediate previous religion, the small shall not be deemed to a conversion under this act. Section 3 of this act read.